Welcome to Specific Love, and this is the 14th edition of 10 Life Hacks with PVC. Let's begin. This next life hack comes from one of our viewers named Jonathan. So, have you ever been in a pool and you wanted a diving stick so you can just jump right in and grab the stick off the bottom, give yourself a little challenge? Well, this is a great way to make a diving stick. First, you want to take a stick of PVC and put some end caps on it. And just the regular PVC will float in the water. So you don't want to do that. You want to fill it about a third of the way of sand, and so it will not float, and it will also have one end sticking up so it's easy to grab.
For those of you who are maybe you're at a summer camp or somewhere that you just don't have very good access to an inside shower, but you still have some access to maybe like a hose. Instead of somebody sitting in there and hosing you down, which just ain't fun, you can make this. This is about 6 foot tall, just using some 1/2 inch PVC. I got a 90 degree and a 45 degree, and then just an end cap that I've drilled a bunch of little holes in. And the water coming out is nice and easy stream, so it's not going to be painful. But there you can get a nice little clean bath at your summer camp. You won't stink. This is for those of you who like to do a lot of hiking, or in the case of my friend who works for a surveying company, he has to walk through, well, tons of vegetation to get to where they need to go. To do that, you're walking through briars and, well, who knows what else. So I got a piece of 1 inch PVC. It's about 2.5, 3 feet wide. You can make it as long as you want. I drilled some holes in the end, and I have some paracord so I can keep a grip on it. What you do is you take this and you place this on the ground in front of you. And you get your foot ready, place it on there. And then as you take a step, you use the PVC to pin down everything in front of you. And as you go through, there's less chance of, well, all these briars and what else might be in here to grab and rip into your skin. It's a great way to be safe while you're out there. I have a great way to take one of your house keys and hide it. If you happen to have a pool, go get you some 1 inch PVC with a couple end caps, and you do not want to glue it because you want to be able to get these off fairly easily. You take your key and you slide it down in, and then you take your end caps and just put it on there hand tight, not super tight, but enough where it'll keep the water out. Then you take this over to your pool, and one of your ladders that you have in a pool, usually on the ladders there's a nice area underneath. So you take this and you slide it up under one of the steps under there, and because this wants to float, it's going to stay nice and secure up under your ladder. So now anytime you happen to get locked out of your house, go find your pool, reach under your ladder, and now you have your spare key. Alright, it's summertime's here, and you want to play some volleyball. Well, you get hot and sweaty and just sticky and ugh. Well, I got a great way to make water volleyball. So, I'll show you how it works. This is actually a very simple design here. I'm using all 1/2 inch PVC. Down here at the bottom I have a hose connector that runs to a T that just runs up to a 90. And over right here in the middle I have another T with a support part just to keep everything sturdy. And then same thing on the other side. In the top here, every about 5 inches so, or you can make it however you want. I have holes drilled in the top. And overall, quite a simple design, a lot of fun. And sometimes your kids will just, well, want to get wet.
Have you ever wanted to have a lawn chair for your children, but you didn't want to buy one? Well, here's a great way to make one out of PVC and maybe some fabric or some old jeans. First, you want to get some 3/4 inch PVC, and you want to make it into a rectangle. And then, well, make 2 rectangles. And then you want to bolt them together in the center. And then you want to take some jeans or fabric and sew them onto the top so it's easy to fold and easy to carry. And there you go. You have a nice lawn chair for your children.
This next idea comes from one of my viewers named Doug Bittinger. He's really picky when he's planting his garden, so he created this nice little planting square so that each plant or seed, wherever he puts it, is in the exact distance apart from the one next to it. So when he gets done with this square, he just lifts it up, moves it over, and then he can complete the next set of seeds or plants, whatever he's putting down. And that is a great way, if you're really picky about your garden, to keep everything nice and squared off. Here's a piece of 1.5 inch PVC that I've cut some major angles on one side here. And this is probably about 2.5 inches long, and this side's much shorter. So you can see here, there are 2 holes, one on the top, one on the bottom, and that is used to use some screws to attach it to, say, the side of your workbench here. Now, you can take that, now you can put your flashlight in it, and you always know where it is in case of emergency. Also, I've seen slightly larger versions of the same concept where they attach it to the wall, and then they put their shovels or their rakes and are standing upright, so it's easy access next time and easy to find, and just a great way to organize stuff. Hello everyone, this is a simple and easy way to make a puppet theater for your kids. Particularly, you can use any kind of puppet, so my son here is demonstrating some sock puppets. And as you see, he's just hiding back there having a blast. Alright, this is actually quite a simple build. We have just some basic sheets from a bed. We don't want to cut anything because we don't want Mama to get mad. But the build is actually quite simple. I'm just using some 1/2 inch PVC and fittings. I have a T here that runs across. It creates a nice little base that on the top, it just goes up to a corner connector that is up here that runs back to a 90-degree piece, and I just have a 90-degree back there also. Same thing on this side, very simplistic. I'm using, you can see, some safety pins, also some tape if need be to hold everything in place. But there is a very simple and easy way to make a puppet theater for your kids. This next project was actually given to us by one of our viewers named Waster, I believe is how you say it. Anyway, he built this awesome, it's a foam glider launcher. Now, he takes his standard foam gliders, he did some modifications to his, and just takes some rubber bands, and you pull it back, you can grab it and pull it back there, son. Oh, hold on, let me do it again. Right in there, and then he just lets go, and wow, that went farther than I thought, okay. And the gliders just launch. Now this is great whether maybe you're doing some RC models or aircraft or something like that that's going to take off. Great way to make a simple launcher for it. If you like this project and you want to see a little bit more how he made it, he actually has a video and I'm going to put the link to it in our description. If you enjoyed these projects, make sure you click that like button and tell us what you think about it in the comments. Also, if you have any other ideas of what to make with PVC, make sure you put that in the comments too, and you might be in a future video. Have fun building.